Hey YouTube, this is Dragonology99 here with a deck update for Disaster Dragon. Sorry I haven't posted anything in a while. Most of my decks and stuff have been going on the team channel, Team Proxy, go check that out. But I figured since this deck changed a lot, and it's my main deck, I figure I'll post it on both channels. I haven't posted anything here on since December, and I've lost a few subscribers. I mean, I don't really care about subscribers, but people are like more willing to trade with you if you have a bigger subscriber count. So I don't know. Some people are asking for me to do videos. Anyways, I've done this video like 6 times, so pardon me. I'm gonna try and make it very fast and cut out all the witty comments that I had. 3 red eyes. You see them? There they are. 3 red eyes. 2 Vice Dragon. A lot of people have cut the Vice Dragon from the anti-meta build they've been doing. Sorry, I'm doing anti-meta, not Lightning Disaster. A lot of people are doing Lightning Disaster. I don't like Lightning Disaster without Pot of Duality, but Dragon Reveal will solve that. So Dragon Reveal comes out, I'll run to that. Yada 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 yada. Vice Dragon in anti-meta Disaster. A lot of people don't run him. I like him because he saves your butt from synchro plays. Book of Moon provides a 2400 wall. Dark End Dragon, good. Prime Material. It's good to have something sort of like Stardust mained, especially when you can't always get to Stardust. Good fusion target as well. Dragon Ice. Dragon Ice is very, very good. Increasingly good. He's very hard to find, but he's also very, very good. My friend found this off his cousin, and I traded him a Super Poly for it, and yada yada. But it's very good. It steals priority. Very good against 6 Sams because they need to use a Gateway boost or a Shen to get over it. Very, very good card. It's just been getting so good recently. You ditch Wyverns and special summon it again and again. Goes for Gungnir too. Never found my Blizzard Dragons, but Dragon Ice is much better right now. 3 Wyvern. If you're running Disaster, you run 3 Wyvern. 2 Drago. Drago's very good, especially with everyone running Gores and Fader because of 6 Sams. 6 Sams go blow up your fields, swarm, blow up your field, swing for game. But if you've got a Fader or a Gores, then that doesn't happen. You either stop them or make a comeback. Drago just flat out prevents that Fader and Gores. Not to mention Shen happens to be a dark type, and Formula Synchron happens to be a light type, so he stops those too. Single-handedly takes down Blackwings as well. If this is all you got on the field, you just swing for 19 every turn, as long as they don't draw Sirocco, which they're not running much of anymore, or one of those Kalu's. They have to minus themselves if they want to Icarus it, or draw something like Mirror Force. But I have won plenty of games against Blackwings by just first turn, normal summon Drago, next turn, punch, next turn, punch, next turn, punch, until you have too many cards in your hand, and then you have to start setting something. Like first you set 7 tools, and then you set... But anyways, he wins so many games. They try to normal summon Blizzard on you, you just laugh at them as you point out their effect, and oh look, you've got a 1300 thing for me to swing into. Thunder King Ryo, Thunder King Ryo, Thunder King Ryo. Look at Thunder King Ryo. I took out Totem so I could run these bad boys. Just recently got one of them for a friend. Both very shiny secret rares. 1900, just like Drago, only 800 defense, which is half of Drago's defense. It's pretty pathetic. But he's still very good. He wins games all by himself because he negates synchro summons. They can't add cards to their hand. Good, 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 good. He's just a great card. Especially when you've got Red Eyes already. Red Eyes Prime, Drago, Red Eyes Prime or Stardust, Drago, and Thunder King is game winning right there. 2 Double Flyers. Great tuner, adjust levels, which is exactly what a tuner needs to do. And does a minus you like Fabled Raven. And everyone's like, ooh, Fabled Raven. No, it's bad in anything but Fabled decks. Yeah, it doesn't even work in Dark World decks. So yeah, he's great. I'd have preferred if they made him 1400, but hey, it's still good, because no one runs Bottomless anymore. At least not in my locals. Dread Dragon. It's good. He's a good 2-star tuner, not to mention he's also a searcher. Makes Gungnir with Dragon Ice, and 8 stars with Prime Material. Like you think of Stardust, and yeah. 3 Book. 3 Book is very good, very good. I took out Book in Dragoonity, which I'll try to post a build of my deck later, because Forbidden Holy Lance is so much better in Dragoonities. But that's aside from the point. Book of Moon is very good in Disaster Dragon, because we have massive defense, so we can book our own monsters to protect them from stuff, and then you still can't run them over. It's insanely good with Vice Dragon, because you special summon him, they're like, oh, I'll just run that over. and then you book it, and then there's a 2400 wall in their way, and then they don't get a chance to boost their monsters with Gateway because you booked your own monster, and it's big and beefy and 2400, and they took damage. Anyways, Book is a great card. Gold Sark. Gold Sark is so much better with Pot of Duality, because Pot of Duality, oh look, a Gold Sark, I'll not draw that. Yeah, but it just improves the first turn Future Fusion thingy better. It's just good for the odds. I've considered dropping to 1, I didn't like it, so there you have it, 2 Gold Sark. It's great. Searches out Cold Wave, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Future Fusion, Giant Trunade, Royal Oppression. Yeah, it's very good. Even better in Light and Darkness, because you go search out Light and Darkness Dragon, and he has it right to your hand. 2 Forbidden Lances. If you store proxy, I have some coming in from Troll and Toad. They're only like $8 there. Luckily, because none of the top decks need Forbidden Lance, you know, I can get them for cheaps. A friend of mine showed me the artwork. It's actually really cool. The lance itself is hollow, within the hollow of the super. It's really cool. Anyways, it protects, 800 isn't a lot for dragons, so it protects your red eyes from Bottomless, Book of Moon, like end phase, you do red eyes, and then they do that, Bottomless, and you do Forbidden Lance. There you go. It's great. It also helps, use it on your opponent's monster. They usually only have one monster that's bigger than your dragons, and reduces its attack by 800, and there you go, during the damage step, and it dies. That also helps keep them. It also helps me use Royal Oppression. You've got Red Eyes and Royal Oppression on the field. You use Red Eyes effect to pay 800 for Royal Oppression. You chain Forbidden Lands. Boom. Cold Wave also helps with Royal Oppression. Very broken card. Yes, it's ban worthy. No, I don't think it's going to be banned. It wins lots of games. You just gotta know how to use it. Like, you don't Cold Wave before you don't summon Totem. I don't have Totem anymore, but I used to do that, and it was just so derp. Dark Hole. It's not broken, it's just good removal. Everyone's comparing it to, I mean, they don't compare it to Lightning Vortex, but subconsciously they're comparing it to Lightning Vortex, which people used to run, which is so much worse than Dark Hole. But Dark Hole is not broken, it's just good. It was broken when you had, there was no cards in the field, your opponent had no cards in your hand, you had a song on the field, you go Dark Hole, I'll go search for that yata, poke, poke, poke. Those were the days. Future Fusion. Future Fusion is a very good card for dragons, as always. For a very hunky 5,000 beater, which isn't destroyed by battle, except for light types, and honest. Anyways, I used to do Future Fusion dump 2 Wyvern, Red Eyes, Prime, and Totem. I recently changed it, so I do Red Eyes, 1 Wyvern, Prime, Drago, and Dragon Ice, just to give me more options, because Wyvern isn't as necessary anymore. Not to mention Wyvern is also a great discard for Dragon Ice. Yeah, so that changed. Giant Trunade, most people running it. Black Wings don't run it, but everyone else runs it. Monster Reborn, this card is broken. If anything needs to get banned, this ban list, it is this card. It needs to be banned. I mean, it's amazing in this deck. You go Future Fusion, Monster Reborn. That's broken. But what I hate is people use Monster Reborn just to take my Red Eyes because it's a nice 2800 beater. They can't sync with it because it's 10 stars, but hey, it's 2800, might as well take it, and then it just screws over this deck so hard. Konami's idea with this was people will watch what they put in their graveyards, and it'll make for a more interesting format. Well, it didn't work. People just started running Pot of Avarice, so they didn't have anything in their graveyards. It's just a herp-derp free awesome card like Brain Control. It needs to go. And Brain Control can come back now that we have Forbidden Holy Lance. Hint, hint. MST. MST is very good. Gateway. United. I probably wouldn't have stayed United, but Gateway. Necro Valley. End phase MST and Icarus attack like a pro. Bottomless. I can't afford warnings, so I have Bottomless Trap Hole. It's still very good. Your opponent doesn't always have answers for it, like Icarus attack and yada yada yada. It's still very good in a whole bunch of matchups. I mean, there's a bunch of people in my locals that don't run top tier decks, and against decks that aren't top tier, Bottomless is still a very good card. I mean, it's still good against even Blackwings, Gravekeepers, if they don't have the loop going. What's the other one? It's not so good against Axe Sabers, and they can just negate it in Six Samurai, but it's still a great card. It's a good card. It's also a very nice response to Titanium, and with Dragon Eye stealing priority, it just gets that much better. Anyways, First Breath. This card's consistency has gone down a little because I only have 16 targets because 2 of my monsters are Thunder Kings, and I reduced the monster count a little. You really have to work to make this a plus, but it still has its moments. It has very good moments. So, when you don't have a Holy Lance for that Bottomless, Burst Breath, there goes your field, opponent, and Red Eyes is in the grave, safe and sound. Mirror Force. Oh, people have been cutting Mirror Force from their decks because, as always, it's chainable, it's easily negatable, yada 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 yada, destruction, yada yada yada. It's still good. I know the OSTG doesn't have X-Sabers or Gravekeepers, but they have Blackwings and they have Six Samurai, and everyone basically runs Mirror Force. At least the decks at the top run Mirror Force. That means it must be good against Blackwings and Six Sams, which are a huge chunk of the meta right now. Or, you know, 1/6 Sam's top Dallas, which they're well on their way to doing. But yeah, Mirror Force is good. Sure, at the very worst, it's Sakuretsu armor, but that's still good. It's a good 1-for-1. It's good. Royal Oppression. This card, I remember when I used to run one of it, but it's so good. This card is so good. Good card is good. Holy Lance, Trunade, Cold Wave, so much more playable in a Disaster Dragon deck, and it's so good. It's just tested so incredibly well. Much better than Solemn Warning. Anyways, 7 tools. Nice MRD 7 tools here. It's great. Everyone in my locals has Warning, so 7 tools for the Warning, 7 tools for the Judgment. There you go. Torrential Tribute. There's been times when I didn't need Torrential Tribute, but in those times I was in a position that I was winning, so I won and didn't need Torrential Tribute. Other times I desperately need it, and then it comes through for me. So it's a great card. It's a very excellent and elegant solution to swarms, especially this nice DB1 that I got for free from a shopkeeper. He just tossed it at me because it's bent in half. Solemn Judgment. It's Solemn Judgment. You know what it does. Derp, run it. What am I doing for time? Ooh, I'm doing good. Oh, I hope I didn't just lose it there. 13? Alright, I'm gonna do this fast. 5-headed, Trident, Red Dragon Arcfiend, stop recruiters, and searchers, whatever. Scrap Dragon, had this since the pre-release, very good card. Dark End Dragon, remember this is $1,000, very good card. 2 Stardust Dragon, in case the first one gets warning. Colossal Fighter, it's a common, I don't know why, I won in the contest. Very good against Six Samurais because it gets very beefy, and also I don't have Totem Dragon, so it doesn't conflict with it anymore. Gungnir. I recently got a Gungnir Lookie. It's very good. I had a few situations where I needed it, but sometimes I didn't have discards for it, so I had to go for something like Ancient Fairy Dragon instead. Look, Black Rose. I have 2 of them. That's an Ultra. I'd probably sell the Ultra or trade the Ultra for a Bryonic, because I'm missing a Bryonic. If I could get a hold of Bryonic, I'd swap it out for Bryonic, but it's good. I used to actually use 2 of those in one game, but recently I haven't been doing that because of how the deck runs now. Exploded Dragonwing, still very good. Ancient Fairy Dragon, I got an ultimate, very good card. 3,000 defense, gonna be so broken against Gravekeepers once Dragon Ravine comes out. Goya Guardian, using this a lot more now that I don't have Totem Dragon. It's a great card, it just steals, it deserves to be limited. Iron Chain Dragon, sometimes you need a monster in the grave to revive, a big monster to revive with your Red Eyes priority, in which case Iron Chain Dragon is a very excellent target. Well, this has been the first successful video that I've done. I've been working on this video for like 2 hours now, so I'm going to pat myself on the back, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see if I can come out with a trade binder or a Dragoonity deck profile later. So yeah, that was the video.